Good morning and welcome to Year 4 Maths. Hopefully you're well this morning, and we're looking to move us on straight to the warm-up this morning. As always, there are 5 questions in 5 minutes. Some of them will be mental strategy questions. Some of them you might want to use a pencil and paper. Okay, so press pause while you're working and press play when you're ready to continue. Okay, the first question we're going to look at this morning is this written method question here, 63 times 9. One way you could do this is just short multiplication. You could say 3 9s are 27. You need to carry the 2 over into the tens column. And then 6 9s are 54 plus 2 would be 56. So your answer there would be 567. Or you could partition into 60 and 3 and then multiply both parts by 9. So 60 times 9 would be 540 and 3 9s would be 27. If you then recombine those two numbers, you'd get 567. Okay, second question we're going to look at is this mental strategy question here, 13 plus 39. If it was me, I would partition the numbers into 13 and 39. I would then add the tens, so 10 plus 30 would be 40, and then 3 plus 9 would be 12. 40 plus 12 would be 52. Okay, next question, 20 times 4. Well, you could do this a couple of ways. First one, I would break up the 20 into 10 and 10. So it would be 10 lots of 4 would be 40, and then I'd know that I'd have to double that because it's 20 lots of 4. So 10 4s are 40, double that would give me 80. Or you could do what we've been doing from quite a long way back actually during these sessions. You could cover up the magic 0. So if you've got 20 plus 4, cover up the 0, you're left with 2 times 4. Well, 2 4s are 8, and then you could let the magic zeros back out again to make it 80. Okay, we're now moving on to the other written method question that we might have had this morning, and this one would be straightforward to begin with. Addition using column addition. Okay, so abstract method. We line up the digits to make sure that everything is ready to go. 4 plus 3 would be 7. 8 plus 4 would be 12, but we need to carry 1 over into the next column. 8 plus 3 or 3 plus 8 would be 11 plus 1 would be 12, and again we'd have to carry over a 1, and then 8 plus 2 would be 10 plus 1 would be 11. So our answer then would be 11,227. We could partition the numbers if we wanted to into our thousands, hundreds, tens and ones. So I would go with 8,000 plus 2,000 would be 10,000. 300 plus 800 would be 1,100. Okay, 80 plus 40 would be 120, and then finally 4 plus 3 would be 7. If we recombine those numbers, then it would be 10,000 plus 1,100 plus 120 plus 7, and that would give us 11,227. And finally, the last question this morning, we've got 90 divided by a mystery number will give us 10. So what I would do if it was me, step 1, I would rearrange the number sentence. I would move the known number, the 10, into the equation. So then it becomes 90 divided by 10. Or how many 10s are in 90? Well, we all know our 10 times table, and we all know that there are 9 10s in 90. So 90 divided by 10 would equal 9. So in answer to our question, 90 divided by 9 would equal 10. Our learning intention for this morning's lesson, it's going to be a continuation again, layering on some more learning based on yesterday. So we're going to be looking at plotting points on a grid this morning. Yesterday we were finding points on a grid. Today we're going to be plotting points, actually creating shapes using the coordinates. So our star words this morning would be coordinate, plot, points, grid, x-axis, and y-axis here. And if you remember, the x-axis is across, The y-axis is the vertical, goes up and down. Okay, our in focus task this morning. Elliot has plotted 3 points, A, B, and C. And what we need to do, it says, where would D be in order for A, B, C, and D to be a square? And could A, B, C, D be a quadrilateral with just one line of symmetry? And could A, B, C, D be a rectangle? So what do we need to learn or remember from our previous learning here? And the last part is a little bit of an extension. What if it was a trapezium? So first of all, then, you'd need to remember what a trapezium was, and then see whether or not you could turn that into a trapezium, this shape here. Okay, so we're going to work our way through this during the course of the learning this morning. So first of all, we know we've got points A, B, and C. If we wanted to turn this into a square, then we need to work out what these how far apart these are, because if it's a square, obviously it's got to be the same, the equidistant between all of its points. Okay, so here in this case it would need to be where point D is. Okay, and that coordinate, if we think back to yesterday, would be 3 along the x-axis and 3 up the y-axis. So it would be 3, 3 would give us point D. Now this means that we have a square. So it is possible to make ABCD a square. The second part of the question, it asks, could we turn it into a shape where there was one line of symmetry? Okay, so here you can see that we've turned A, B, and C, and then D, we could turn it into a kite. So the point here would have to be 1, 2, 3, 2. That would give us one line of symmetry, which will be a vertical line down the middle. Okay, we could stretch it out even further to make it an even bigger kite with a longer tail, and again that would be in this case would be 1, 2, 3 along the x-axis and 0, because it doesn't go up the y-axis at all. So you can see that that also would give you one line of symmetry down the middle. And then this one here, which is one that I never really thought about, but this one here gives me like an arrowhead, and it gives me one line of symmetry vertically up the middle of the shape. And our plotted points here would be 3 along the x-axis and 7. So it would be 3, 7. Okay, the final part of the practice this morning is that you're being asked to draw each of the quadrilaterals and then to say what kind of quadrilateral each of them are. Now I'm going to let you have a go at this one on your own, and then we'll be ready to go for the independent task when you've completed this. So press pause while you're working and press play when you're ready to continue. Okay, so your independent learning this morning is I want you to complete worksheet 3 on pages 159 to 160 of your workbook. Press pause now and press play when you're ready to continue. Okay, hopefully you're able to complete those worksheets this morning. Have a good day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.